This is a recording of how I'm going to mark assessment 3, which should give a bit of an understanding about how these programs are supposed to run. Okay, so it's going to start in /app. Initially there's no files there, but I'll take the zip file from each student and unzip it. And so you can see there's the training programs, there's the model and so on. Then I'll create a virtual env, activate it, of course, and install all the requirements. That will take a little while to run, so I'll fast forward the recording at this point. And now back to normal speed. If only things installed that quickly normally. First I'm going to test classifying just an ordinary text using the built-in model that you supply here. Obviously I won't use this text, this is just an example. So I'll run your classify program using that input file. I'll run it with the output file going somewhere. And it doesn't matter what your program displays to output. The only thing that matters is how it displays, how it writes this JSON file, and that's the thing that's going to be calculated. Now remember that it might not necessarily be a UTF-8 encoded file. There are other encodings, as we discussed in week 8. So I'll have at least a couple of examples where it's a different text encoding. And it should be able to produce output here. Now, the output is still going to be UTF-8, regardless of what the input was. We need to be able to do an explanation. So there'll be a folder, something like /output/explain or something like that. It'll still be the normal way of running classify, but also there'll be this extra argument where the explanation output is there, and it'll put into this directory. So that will write stuff out. I'll splice that into the video now so you can see it. So I'll have to explain crime, and I chose to use Lime as my output, and so you can see the explanation here. Then we'll retrain, so I'll have another data set. So it's going to be the same shape and structure as your existing TV maze data. You'll do your training on this. Note that there might be different numbers of genres in this new data set you're training from. You can't be sure it's the same number of genres. There will be genres, it'll be in the same table, but I might do a smaller number of genres, or I might do a larger number of genres. Again, waiting for this to complete will be rather painful, so I'll accelerate time. Okay, and back to normal speed again. So we should be able to classify using that new model that you've just created. So here's some outputs there. Yep, that's right. Now we'll index in order to do searching. So reading off this database again, it will have the same structure as the one you've got at the moment. So let's look for just a simple search like this, which should appear in the description. So we'll have an input file, again, output JSON file. I'm going to write that out to a file so that I can automatically mark it. Again, you don't know what encoding that text is going to be. The output, of course, is going to be UTF-8 because that's what JSON format is. Okay, looks like it found a few. This one's a bit more approximate, so something like this is fair game. This will generally work regardless of what method you use, because even if you were doing exact word matching, you probably might be able to pick up on sort of virtual reality. But if you're doing a whole of text match, you'd probably do rather poorly on this one. Then I went for this is the title of a show. I have to confess here that my very quick search script that I put here doesn't quite get this right. It's one of them, but it also gets the wrong one. So I would have got sort of not great marks on that particular question if I was assessing myself. And then a more generic one. And again, the way I tackled this problem, I'll get really poor results on this one as well. So it just depends on which approach you use, which of these searches are going to be easy and which of those are going to be hard. Of course, I'll come up with a generic set of searches that are fairly fair for everybody. I did say in the assignment 3 PDF that we might do glob searches. I won't do any of those. Okay, well, I hope this has been helpful for you, and good luck with your assignment. And it's due not on this coming Friday, but the following Monday.